Yo, what's going on, everyone? This is Austin from Calling Our Shot, and we're back for some player props and spreads in the NBA for Wednesday, March 31st. The end of March is here, and this month has been absolutely wild for this channel. We not only saw us hit 1,000 subscribers on March 17th, but we hit 2,000 subscribers yesterday, so thank you guys again so much for the support. If you're new here, click that like and subscribe button, and if you want, join our Discord community because we just hit 700 members there as well. If you don't know what Discord is, it's basically just a group chat. You can talk about sports. It's very active. You'll see if you join it. First link in the description. Tons of people active in there, posting their picks, posting their analysis for their picks. A lot of stuff going on in there. So thank you guys again so much for the support. Yesterday, a recap. I believe we went 4-1, maybe 4-2 if you want to include Dwayne Bacon or Terrence Ross's over, and they stunk it up. But we had Russell Westbrook's over 10.5 rebounds. We had the Nuggets covering -4.5 versus the Sixers. Hornets, Wizards under and their total points. Great day. Fourth straight winning day. So let's make it 5 today. We're going to start off with our first player prop, Jimmy Butler, over 7.5 rebounds. Jimmy Butler has failed to hit this in back-to-back games, but when you look at the matchups, he hit this in both games against the Pacers. He had 8 rebounds and 15 rebounds. That was on March 19th and March 21st. The Pacers have allowed the most rebounds per game to opposing small forwards over their past 7 games. And, Jimmy Butler, this is what he does. He's averaged 7.7 rebounds per game on the year, so it's not like this number is out of his wheelhouse. He's hit this over in 20 of his past 28 games. And, I like the odds. You got it at about -114 or so. We're taking Jimmy Butler over 7.5 rebounds. He should hit 8 with ease against this Pacers roster. Moving on into one of the players I hate betting is over. That's why we're betting is under. Malik Beasley, under 18.5 points. Since his return from suspension, he's averaged just 11 points per game, and he's playing 30-plus minutes, so he's just not shooting it a bunch. They obviously have Anthony Edwards, Ant-Man shooting it 20 times, Karl Anthony Towns shooting it a lot. A lot of mouths to feed over there. They shoot a lot of shots, and I don't think Malik Beasley will be able to hit 19 points tonight. The Knicks play exceptionally well at defense, and you got a guy that just fires up a ton of three-pointers in Beasley, and the Knicks are among the best teams at stopping the opposing three-pointers, making them shoot very poorly from there and running them off the three-point line, which isn't Malik Beasley what he wants to do. The last time these two teams played was back, I believe, earlier in January. Malik Beasley scored just 6 points in 38 minutes. I believe he only shot about 6 to 10 times. Don't remember the exact number. I don't expect that low for production at under 10 points, but I think 18.5 is a little too much for him. This line is like his line before Anthony Edwards got going and before Karl Anthony Towns really started kicking it into gear, before he got suspended, and I don't think he's hitting 18.5. We're taking his under. Moving on, we're taking Dejounte Murray over 5.5 assists. This is one of the biggest value plays, plus 118 on the day. And I got this pick from Ronak. He did the research, and Murray's hit this in 3 straight games, including 7 assists. And against the Sacramento Kings, who is the matchup tonight, he's had 7+ assists in all 3 games. The Spurs are putting the ball in his hands more often, and the Kings have allowed the 11th most assists per game to opposing point guards over their past 15 games. They're transitioning. No, you don't see DeMar DeRozan with the ball 24/7. Now they're kind of spreading it over to Dejounte Murray. Dejounte Murray shooting it a bunch more, and he just scored a lot of points. I expect the Kings to try to limit him in terms of point total, but he should be able to hit 5.5, maybe 7 assists again. Obviously, you got good value, so you don't need to play a full unit. Maybe win back whatever makes you a unit. But I like the value in Dejounte Murray over 5.5 assists against the Kings. Moving on to another player prop. I got 2 more, and then we got 2 spreads. We're getting into CJ McCollum over 21.5 points. CJ is getting back into the full swing of things, and you've seen it in his shot totals. He's had 18+ shot attempts each of the past 3 games. Barely since he returned, he's had 18+ shot attempts, including 25+ in 2 of those games. And we've seen Norm Powell expose this Pistons defense for 36 and 43 points earlier this month, so I don't mind his over at 17.5. But you're talking about CJ McCollum over 21.5 points. He's a bucket. Earlier in the season, he was averaging 26, 27 points a night. I'm willing to bet if he's going to take 18 to 20 shots, I'll bet on the talent and skill set of McCollum. Like I said, he's hit this in 3 straight games easily, including 35 in one of those games. He should be able to get to the 22-point mark against this Pistons team who's very banged up. I'm taking CJ McCollum over 21.5 points. And my last player prop of the day before we get into 2 spreads, as well as the long shot parlay of the day and the parlay of the day. We're rocking with, and I hate to pick this one, and I even question it, even saying it. Deep breath, Jonas Valanciunas over 12.5 rebounds. I know, I had to do it. Jonas Valanciunas, the last time I bet on him was against the Rockets, and I've had PTSD ever since then. I bet on his over in points and rebounds. The buddy literally fouled out in about 12 minutes of action. But you can't deny the matchup and how good he's been recently. You got Rudy Gobert. That's who they're playing. They're playing the Utah Jazz, who will be without Donovan Mitchell tonight. So this game should be closer. Should be a highly contested game. Hopefully it comes down to the wire. You hate blowouts, especially when it is in terms of player props. That is exactly what happened to Tobias Harris yesterday. We had his over 3.5 assists. It's a blowout, even though the Sixers did come back towards the end. Tobias Harris, I don't think, saw the floor in the fourth quarter. So yeah, let's get into Jonas Valanciunas over 12.5 rebounds. Oh man, he's hit this line in 8 of his past 10 games, and he's been hitting it with ease. It's not like he's getting 13 rebounds. He's had 15 plus rebounds in 7 of his past 10 games. And you love the matchup against Gobert. It's not like Gobert's going to stretch the floor. Jonas can just camp out in the paint all night long, just sit there, pile up the rebounds from Mike Conley and Rudy Gobert or Royce O'Neal or Joe Ingles, all of their bricks. That will just be going right to Jonas Valanciunas. Sure, they'll probably include Rudy Gobert in some more pick and roll, but that doesn't scare me at all. I think Jonas will just play under those, and he should be able to rack up the rebounds. It is worth noting, in his past 5 games against Utah, he has hit this number in 3 of those games, and you're thinking 3 out of 5, that's 60%, which is a good winning margin. But, I'm willing. And speaking of winning margin, by popular demand, the betting tips and tricks video will be out today. I hope you guys check it out. It will be about bankroll management. It will be posted right around 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in place of the live stream. So no live stream today, but you will see the betting tips and tricks video as my 2,000 subscriber special. So watch out for that. Back to Valanciunas. He's hit this in 3 of 5 games against the Utah Jazz, but the 2 games he didn't hit it, he played 21 minutes. And that's for a player that averages 28 minutes per game. And every game that he had over 21 minutes per game, he easily hit this over. So I'm betting he gets those minutes tonight, and I think he can hit 12.5 rebounds with ease. Moving on to 2 spreads before we get into the parlay of the day. We are going to go with the Suns, -6 versus the Bulls. The Bulls have been bad lately, and there's no way around that. They've lost 4 straight games by at least 9 points. 3 of those losses coming by 14 plus points. The Suns are clearly the better team in this matchup. Sure, they struggled. They're on the second half of a back-to-back, but they still covered, I believe, last night against I believe they played the Atlanta Hawks, if I'm not mistaken. And, it's worth monitoring this Levine injury because he's questionable to play tonight, as well as Kobe White, but the Suns should be able to win and cover this game easily. I wouldn't wait for Levine to be announced in or out. If he's announced out, the spread will go up to, I believe, 8.5, in my opinion. Could even reach there by the end of today. Suns -6 versus the Bulls. No doubt about it. I'm taking Suns to ride it out and get the win. And then another game, we're talking about the Raptors versus the Thunder. Raptors are 7.5 point favorites. I don't love this pick. I won't lie to you. The Raptors have not been good lately. And truthfully, you look at the 2 teams, the Thunder have the better record. Who would have thought 48, 40, 50 games into the season that the Thunder would have a better record than the Toronto Raptors? But the Raptors are clearly the more talented team here. And, the Thunder's losers of 3 straight games, and they've been getting blown out in those 3 straight games, losing, I believe, by at least 9 plus points, but seeing 2 games by 20 plus points. And yeah, they'll be without Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, their best player, Luguentz Dort, Darius Baisley, Mike Muscala, and the new addition, Al Horford, who's out for the season by coach's decision. They don't have anyone that can score the basketball, and this Raptors team should be able to score at will against this Thunder. I'm taking the Raptors. Don't love the pick, but Raptors -7.5 versus the Thunder. We're taking it and not thinking twice about it. Parlay of the day. We're rocking with CJ McCollum over 21.5 points, Raptors money line, and the Suns -6. So 2 of our favorite plays of the day. Plus, you're just throwing Raptors money line. Not even asking them to cover, just win outright. That's plus 356. Love those odds. Long shot parlay of the day. Basically just combining a bunch of the picks above. Jimmy Butler over 7.5 rebounds. CJ McCollum over 21.5 points. Dejounte Murray over 5.5 assists. Jonas Valanciunas over 12.5 rebounds. And Suns -6. Those are my top 5 plays of the day. Arguably, Malik Beasley should be in there, but I'm not letting him ruin a long shot parlay of the day because he just goes absolutely in fuego from 3. Won't allow it. Add those 5 picks together, plus 2,400 odds. So just as a recap for all of the picks, I just talked about them. Jimmy Butler over 7.5 rebounds. Malik Beasley under 18.5 points. CJ McCollum over 21.5 points. Dejounte Murray over 5.5 assists. And the value of the day, Jonas Valentine over 12.5 rebounds. Suns -6 and Raptors -7.5. Those are your 7 plays. Can we go 4 and 3? Can we have another profitable day? I sure hope so. That would be 5 in a row. Hopefully we have been helping you guys out. But as always, make sure you do your research and be confident in what you're picking. Don't just tail whatever the heck I'm saying. Be sure to do your research and be confident in whatever picks you're playing. And like I said, you'll see that betting tips and tricks video, betting 101 on bankroll management for all the novice gamblers out there. Not saying I'm experienced at all, but I think it might be able to help you out with some things that I have learned over the years. And you'll see that video I posted around 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hopefully you check it out. Click that like button and subscribe button. Shout out to all of you out there. This has been Austin. I will not see you on the live stream, but I'll see you later today in the betting tips and tricks video. And I'll see you guys tomorrow morning for some more NBA player props and spreads. I'll catch you guys again soon. Peace out.